This idea that the gut itself can be a part of the body that you can train as such. What is there more to that we need to know, or is this still an incredibly new area?
It's pretty new. I think what is really clear is that you can train it. There's no question about it. Where we still have a lot of questions is what's the best way to do it? Is there one way to do it? What is the time frame to do this in? From animal studies, like all the animal studies show that adaptations happen really, really quickly. Like you can see adaptations in just 3 days. 3 days of changing your diet. They're difficult to do in humans, these studies, but we have some human studies where, like over a course of 6 to 10 weeks, you can see these adaptations as well. And then, just by adapting the diet or what you take in during activity, just a few times a week. So it would be great to have some more studies in that area so that we learn a little bit more, like what is the best strategy to do this. From working in practice, I think we can see some like quite large effects just simply in tolerance in just a matter of 3, 4, 5 weeks. And that doesn't mean that you then have adapted optimally, but you can definitely see this where someone may struggle in, like a cyclist, for example, may struggle in January to take 90 grams of carbohydrate. Like a few weeks later, they may be taking in 100 or 110 grams an hour without any problems, simply because they now had 2 training sessions a week where they tried this. I think from this is where at the moment I think sort of practice is a little bit ahead of the of the research, because it's not actually easy to do this research.
Yeah, I mean, certainly as a practitioner, I've had many an athlete go on about, there are certain things they won't eat before a match or before a race, whether it's pre-match nerves or, for one reason or another, they are worried about having a problem with a certain food. So they either eat nothing at all or drink nothing at all, or they'll resort, of course, to a supplement. Is there an area there that needs to be periodized or factored into this sort of gut training concept?
Yeah, I think that there's a lot around like training your race nutrition or your competition nutrition, and this is something that I think is really important. We should all stress with athletes. Like you wouldn't go into a marathon with new shoes, so don't go into it with a new nutrition strategy. Try this over and over and over again, ideally in situations where you have a similar stress level, and because that makes race days so special. In training days you may be able to do whatever you want, but on competition days it's usually a lot harder. So try to simulate that. If you can't simulate the anxiety and the stress of competition, then try to simulate competition and increase your intake, but stress the system, stress the GI tract. I think it does 2 things. It actually gives you a physiological adaptation, but it also gives you the confidence that you can do this.